Good day, gentlemen and ladies. So today we are Sunday the 28th of April, and as you can see, I shaved myself this morning. As you can see, I'm looking much younger. All right, now as you can see behind me, the firewood, free firewood season has started back. It started again, and I met an outstanding gentleman. So yesterday I went to cut a full trailer of this very nice softwood. It's spruce, pine, and I will go back later on. Probably not next weekend. It's calling for rain, but definitely. And yesterday I unload the trailer, I hand split, and I stack it in one single day. So this morning when I wake up, I was kind of in pain. All right. Now, the subject of this video, it's something dramatic happened to my backhoe. Um, and I'm gonna, and when it did happen this week, I still have a trace on the concrete. Something blow out, and that make it's coming from the valve. I'm going to show you. It's like a valve cover who blow out, break. And I want you all of you backhoes owner or hydraulic owner, and it's very interesting. It's all linked about the valve control we have in our tractor for lifting the fell, or playing with our favorite toy, the rear backhoe. So I'll let you see. And obviously I had my beard this week, and I had to go all the way to I did 2 hours of driving to get that piece. The good news, it didn't cost me too much. The bad news, the valve cost me, well, not I end up to have a valve. I'll show you that in more detail, but the cost, it's I think I did make the video about that, but just to make sure, it was basically $80 of hydraulic oil. When I discovered it was leaking, and then I back it up right in the garage, so I have oil everywhere. And the valve was $100, so roughly $200 to fix that thing, and I want you to learn from that. So now I'm gonna put the video that I made, and you can see I was kind of a panic in my voice. Oh my god, what's going to happen? But definitely this one, everything hydraulic control related, don't phone your dealer. Don't get in contact with your dealer. Get in contact with the hydraulic shop. They know their stuff many times. All right, and the agricultural work, farmland work, they that's what they do. All right, and while I was doing in that shop, the hydraulic shop it's in Alma. It's 1 hour towards that way, and they had the hydraulic for boats, farming, truck, concrete cement truck there, so they know their stuff. And manually control, electrically control, computerized control, yeah, like all this stuff. All right, so go see and let you see these what happened live, and then, well, kind of it was after. But then we go inside my garage and start to put it all back together to fix it. All right, cheers. Good day, gentlemen and ladies. On this video, you're going to witness a crime scene, a big mishap of maintenance that I've done. And during that video, I will explain why my backhoe was doing a thing that I published a video on it, and I'm gonna mention it. All right, so now stick around about my big maintenance mishap, and it's very important to all of you backhoe owners. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make sure that on the title you do, because it's gonna be a costly one. I don't know yet how much it's gonna cost to fix that one, but stick around. All right, cheers. So it happened right there. I just cleaned this area, but you can see a big hole going to inside my garage. So let's go inside. So basically, as I was backing up the tractor, you can see the trail of hydraulic oil like dumping. I don't know how much hydraulic oil that I have left, And you can see I'm playing with my tools. I've got the control. First of all, I was investigating where the leak was coming up. I thought a hose was broken or surge, something like that, and it was dumping, like, look under the big lake of oil. And after I discover, I had to remove the main valve, body valve, and basically what it is that cover, it goes all the way here. Well, the screw there, which is facing in the back, and there's no way for me, I'm gonna make sure they all screw very well. It come on loose, it break also, and the cover went on the side. But this is no hydraulic going in there, it's just greased. And like you see, it's just grease. But the by moving a little bit on the side, it was keeping the lever down. So if I was more investigating, but it's tough to see. That's why it's very important to check that. I don't call it a misfunction, but when they do check all the bolts and nuts, well, this one was behind. And definitely for you folks having a backhoe, double check, because I don't know if I will be able. This one is a little bit longer. It's inside my car now, and there's no part. Yes, there's a part for all the body, but I know you can buy each one of them differently. So that will be to see, and I will show it to you later on because it's pouring rain outside. So again, stick around because that one, it's very important. It's a major thing that you have to check, because look, I must have dropped seriously close from 1 gallon of hydraulic oil, which has changed 2 years ago now. Yeah, so all right. thing happen even if you're doing good maintenance. But this one, yeah, I never thought of that. I thought it was I disconnect the line here. This one here, you can see the tie wrap. I was thinking, but the oil was dripping, it was touching there, and it dumped a lot of oil. So let's say that my backhoe will be very well oil, hydraulic oil, and very well clean when I'm done. So yeah, I disconnect the 4 bolts in here, holding there in the place. I removed the panel. The panel is right there, by the way. And yeah. So right now, another thing is holding the backhoe. It's attached. It's not out. I dropped the feet, the outriggers. Sorry. And all right. So that's enough of yapping. Now this week, I'm gonna look if I can order the part. And oh well, that is, stuff happened. All right, stick around. Cheers. All right, so this is the body valve. I'm just gonna put it on the side. This piece go like this, and I was very thankful. You can see this is the bolt. This is one bolt was on that side, and the broken bolt was here. Now what did I assume is this side get loose. The thing was starting to go on the side, and there's no hydraulic oil in that. It's all greased up. That's it. And what happened? It was basically tilting on the side, and that was holding the pin. There's a pin in the middle. So when I was pushing, it was holding in place. I should did a more investigation in depth, but for me, I had no leaks. So I didn't think about that. So this is very important. And that video, when asking you folks if it does that, and when it come back, I thought it was like an automatic function, but basically what it was doing is the lever was pushing. I don't know if you can see, there's a lever in there. It's very tight space. So because the lever was, the thing was not straight, I'm gonna act like this. So that's why it broke, and it broke the screw. I had a special request for my maintenance video from Joseph, the garden tractor boy, regarding the adjusting the valves on the OH V-twin Britten Stratton engine. I'm just gonna show you a close lookup. All right, and these valves, like it's a V-twin like this, and by removing the cover there, that's where you adjust its push rod. So basically, the push rod is linked to the to the crankshaft, and it's pushing. One push rod is instilled, and that's for the exhaust valve. The other push valve, it's an aluminum, and that's for the intake valve. And both of the valve, one is there, and one is on the other side, and it's also a vacuum for for the fuel pump to make the fuel. So I hope that answered your question, Joseph. I will answer you. I already answered you in your comment, but it's better visual. So it's very easy to adjust. You just make sure you are on the perfect cycle for the, you know, the 4-cycle engine, and you're in business. All right. So now let's take back to the, as you can see, I removed the control, and I'm gonna go much in detail. All right. Remember that video that I make with Mr. Hingmar, the one who just have a brand new landing gear legs, his knees are get replaced. Well, the valve, it's what happened is I was looking for that piece here. That piece here broke out, and you can see here in detail what it broke, and I'm gonna explain you more in detail. But basically, for $100, I get a valve which is in brand new condition. Well, we look inside, and wow, we're very impressed. But the thing is, we know why, is because that piece, like Inmar, that piece broke, and this is holding the stick here on the control. So I will ask my good friend if he cannot be build one for me. I'm gonna pay it. No anymore. I'm just joking, but perhaps interesting. Give me a price. All right. So that cover there. All right, it's the that's what it broke, and I'm gonna show you that in detail. Just so then I'm gonna bring back the piece, and that valve is quite heavy, and I'm very happy. So I'm just gonna put this. So this is the cover which broke, and the reason I was investigating why did it broke from there, and what I'm suspecting is the tension, because the bolt there, this is the bolt I need to install the bolt there, which I think it's in the other side of that bag. Yeah, you see, this is the long bolt, this is the one that broke, and this is the piece who's broken. Yeah, it's there. All right, and what I'm suspecting is the bolt there, this one is the one I'm gonna take, broke. The thing move on the side, and because of the piston, I'm gonna show you that there. Because of this, there's 3 holes in there to have the detent feel like tuk tuk. I mean, when you move the lever and to stay in neutral, there's it's like a 3 little ball bearing, and this is holding in place. Well, I remember I was testing when I was greasing, and I don't remember if it was rough, but that's pushed it, and that probably broke it. And as I was coming back, well, the thing broke. What I'm going to do, and this is only an advice, I don't need this at all. That little lip you see, I don't know if you can able to see. It's getting really sharp. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I know what I'm going to do, because I'm going to clean this, the middle of it. It's tough to see. I'm going to try to put it in an angle that you guys, let's put a light in here. Let's put a light, and there's ball at the end. And what happened is the ball gets stuck. And as I was pushing, I don't know, maybe the vibration, the stress, like maybe it's a contributing factor who broke the valve. But for you, what I recommend, if you feel the control is getting stiff, and it's probably because it's an angle like that, not like the control, it's on the side. I don't know, but I'm definitely gonna file that, because I don't need that to go bad. You can see all it did. It doesn't have that stud, and that's only to put it in neutral. As you can see, it's only going up and down, but this is only the reason why it's long like that. It's because the the it's to retain the spring. Remember that video that I make with Mr. Hingmar, the one who just have a brand new landing gear legs, his knees are get replaced? Well, the valve, it's what happened is I was looking for that piece here. That piece here broke out, and you can see here in detail what it broke, and I'm gonna explain you more in detail. But basically, for $100, I get a valve which is in brand new condition. Well, we look inside and wow, we're very impressed. But the thing is, we know why is because that piece, like Inmar, that piece broke, and this is holding the stick here on the control. So I will ask my good friend if he cannot be build one for me. I'm gonna pay it. No anymore. I'm just joking, but perhaps interesting. Give me a price. All right. So that cover there. All right. It's the that's what it broke, and I'm gonna show you that in detail. Just so then I'm gonna bring back the piece, and that valve is quite heavy, and I'm very happy. So I'm just gonna put this. So this is the cover which broke, and the reason I was investigating why did it broke from there, and what I'm suspecting is the tension, because the bolt there, this is the bolt I need to install the bolt there, which I think it's in the other side of that bag. Yeah, you see, this is the long bolt, this is the one that broke, and this is the piece who's broken. A little bit, yeah, it's there. All right, and what I'm suspecting is the bolt there, this one is the one I'm gonna take, broke. The thing move on the side, and because of the piston, I'm gonna show you that there. Because of this, there's 3 holes in there to have the detent feel like tuk tuk. I mean, when you move the lever and to stay in neutral, there's it's like a 3 little ball bearing, and this is holding in place. Well, I remember I was testing when I was greasing, and I don't remember if it was rough, but that's pushed it, and that probably broke it. And as I was coming back, well, the thing broke. What I'm going to do, and this is only an advice, I don't need this at all. That little lip you see, I don't know if you can able to see. It's getting really sharp. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I know what I'm going to do, because I'm going to clean this, the middle of it. It's tough to see. I'm going to try to put it in an angle that you guys, let's put a light in here. Let's put a light, and there's ball at the end. And what happened is the ball gets stuck. And as I was pushing, I don't know, maybe the vibration, the stress, like maybe it's a contributing factor who broke the valve. But for you, what I recommend, if you feel the control is getting stiff, and it's probably because it's an angle like that, not like the control, it's on the side. I don't know, but I'm definitely gonna file that, because I don't need that to go bad. You can see all it doesn't have that stud, and that's only to put it in neutral. As you can see, it's only going up and down, but this is only the reason why it's long like that. It's because it's to retain the spring. So be careful, and it's very easy to remove, by the way. You just unscrew the 2 front screws holding the panel here. All right, you can see the top panel, and then there's 2 back screws in the back, so a total of 4, and then there's 4 screws holding that valve together. At the beginning, I was even thinking it was a leak from the holes here was all wet, and you can see I put tie wraps. And no, it was not the hole. The hole was in perfect shape. So yeah, and then I discovered that thing was loose. So I'm going to think about it, what I'm going to do. asking myself why. So now I'm going to file up. It's easier and made it smoother and easier to go through those 3 holes. But however, I'm going to clean the inside of that. Yeah. All right. So stick around. Cheers. One thing I completely forgot to mention at the beginning of my video is the other solution, and you can have this piece easily made from any machinist, and the cost can go between $100 to $200, and it's very easy to do, and you don't need to have that I don't know if you can see, it's gonna be have the plunger hub bump to be installed, just an empty tube, and this is easy to make. For any machinist will make that for you. One thing I like to mention is this can be made also with 4 holes, because the receptacle, the valve, does have 4 holes and they're only using 2. All right. Now from the former one to the new one, there's a gap in the length, because if I move that lever all the way up, it's so I need, and it's just a little gap. So I'm going to make they had a gasket, by the way. It was very tiny, smally. I don't know if I have it somewhere. Yeah, you can see the gasket was here, and really like in rough shape. It was kind of rubber gasket. Oh, it dropped on the ground, but I don't mind. So what I will do is, I don't have a gasket maker, but I do have a gasket pattern somewhere. I'm gonna make a small gasket for this one. All right, stick around. All right, so I made myself a bead of a gasket with the clean flow gasket red. This is a high temperature gasket maker, and it's good for hydraulic transmission. What was the other one? Just hold on. Hydraulic transmission for low volatile silicone that's specially formulated for sensor safe and leak proof gasket. Replace cork, felt, rubber, paper, and asbestos gasket. Resists all transmission fluid, water, antifreeze. So when it's transmission fluid, it's hydraulic fluid. It's the same almost. I know it didn't say, but it should last. All right. So I just installed it. In the meantime, what I will do is clean the valve all around, like they require to have a clean surface. And before that, I'm gonna file up that little lip so it doesn't have any friction. Try to eliminate as metal fatigue stress out from that valve, and I want that to happen again. All right, cheers. Yeah, I just realized it's only 58 degree Fahrenheit inside my garage, which is above 13 degrees Celsius. So I put some heat, electric heat, not former wood stove heat, and also I put the gasket right above it, so it should help to dry, because it's been half an hour and it's still wet. So they said they need to be sticky, tacky, like, but kind of getting hard. For the backhoe, yes, again, go easy on the control. That was not the case here. I did file the edges. I took my hand file and did it very, so that will be much easier. So it will not cause a stress on the casing anymore, caused by those 3 little spring-loaded balls. Okay. Right now I'm just waiting to dry. It could be right now it's almost 3 o'clock Sunday afternoon, so we'll see if I install it or not today. But one thing I noticed is, trust me, from the beginning at the entrance, you can see the hydraulic oil. Yes, I did sweep a little bit the floor, and I put some rags on the floor too, and all the way down there. But what I'm discovering is the concrete just it's taking a lot of oil, so I'm gonna have a sorry about my sniffing, a hydro, a waterproof concrete floor, definitely, because I have my two 8 liters of oil down there. Yeah, that's a strange feeling. I don't have my mustache anymore. Just take a rag. Hey, oh, sorry about that. Okay, and yeah. After that, I'm gonna remove, and trust me, it's gonna be a very oil clean backhoe. But it's not that hard. If I had to bring that to a dealer, I cannot imagine the fees. I mean, bringing the tractor to the dealer or the backhoe, then they took it apart. Then they do exactly what I do, looking for my hydraulic shop. Maybe none of them, so they have probably a machinist build it. Like, hey, I'm looking between $1,000 to $2,000 easily, all right, for something. Then like a guy like me and all of you folks, I remember seeing Steve Robb from Steve Robb Review saying it pays to do your stuff all by yourself, and you can do it. And yeah, definitely. Other than that, on the backhoe, a good review just quick like this. I'm very happy about that. Other than this and that, I mean, I don't know how many hours that I have, but it must be between 100. With all the project that I've done, oof, I'm more, yeah, around 200 hours, definitely. And I'm still happy, still going strong. I mean, just that. Of course, there's some maintenance that I told you, like putting scuff pad where the hose are rubbing each other, protective pad, doing greasing, and my good friend Joe. I have good memories with Joe building when Joe engineered that my mechanical thumb, my hot trigger protection plate. What Joe? I did the welding that protective plate when my shoes get cut up on the lips here, the rear of my shoes. I know Joe built something else for me on the back. Oh, was the outrigger? Sorry, let me know, Joe. I forgot. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just going to drag. So please do stick around. And yes, on that day I was like, and by the way, the insurance for the stove, it's not. I thought it was a check mark, but I guess he went to another level, and then he went. So they asked me if it was a certified chimney. Of course, I bought it last year. They don't sell anymore 1,000. Is it Celsius or Fahrenheit chimney? Now it's 2,100 Fahrenheit chimney. And so trust me, that guy, that inspector, more than I learned from him. Like, oof. Oh well, there's the various quality and professionalism, I call it. And that inspector didn't. He showed up at my doorstep. He already had take picture. Hey, before showing at my doorstep on my land, ask question. Hey, you. Anyway, we're in city here. I have no problem. I have kids and parents working. I have no problem there. But when I would be on my land, perhaps he's gonna know my 303. Like, just saying. Maybe bullets flying around. Like, oh wait, I'm just kidding. Cheers. All right, since it's my cool environment, so I wait about an hour. So now the silicone is still tacky. I'm going to install it. However, the curing time, it's 12 hours, so it will be tomorrow when I will test it. So let's install the cover. And stick around, I'm gonna put it in very much detail, all right? All right, so I'm going to install the cover like this. There we go. Perfect. Now, I hope that will be able. Ah! Found it. just gonna align the I hope you're able to see. Just gonna align the hole, the screw, and now I'm going to squeeze it equally on each side. Yeah, just nice and easy. I'm just gonna disconnect one to see what is the... Alright. Yeah. Definitely not that tight. So I'm gonna put on each side the same tightness. I'm going to move the valve. Yeah, all right. Okay, so I will let it cure for 12 hours, but that doesn't keep me to install it. Yeah, I will install it. I don't know run. So stick around. I've got all my tools, and since I'm there, I'm just gonna double check all the little. Sorry, I'm just gonna check if they all tight, because I don't want happen again what did happen to me. So I'm going to put the camera in better angle so you see me installing it. Okay, stick around. All right, I hope you're able to see. So I'm just gonna, oh boy, that thing is heavy. There's a lot of holes in there, hoses. So I'm just gonna align the two first bolts. Holy smoke. Alright. Come on. Is it going in? Yes. Whew. When the first one is in, the rest should not be that bad. Again, do not use the control. If you can have another pair of hands, it will be such an outstanding. All right, folks. So I cannot put the cover. That's the only thing left I have to do, because I need to do a visual check when I'm going to put pressure on it. Now that being said, I just have to make sure that the hydraulic hoses are connected. Yeah, I have one in here. The other one is completely on the bottom here. I have to find a way to bring it up. Yeah. Somehow I'm gonna find a way. Yeah, like this. And again, usually, sorry about that, usually I attach those hoses, but what I need is I'm going to detach it for now. Alright, so I will shut down the video for now, and then we'll see. I need definitely 12 hours. Double check since I'm here. Sorry about that. since I'm here, I'm gonna double check everything is tight, which it was when I checked it, but again, this is the main supply. This is the return. Alright, so this is the main supply. This is the return line when it's not active. And when you move the lever, well, it goes towards what you need, either forward or back from the hoses. Alright, this is all South Korea made valves, and that's why it's hard to get. It is it's worth mentioning these the Backhoe. It's TOIM made. It's not made and also various the tractor too, but it's a Mahindra and it's well built. It's just like the valve that I show you, it's when you go rough. But this one, the only thing I can really, it's probably the bolt was either too tight or the vibration make it tighter. I don't know. It's anyway, now it's fixed. Let's hope it doesn't leak anymore. The gasket that they had before, it was a liquid gasket. It was not a rubber, so I hope this will fit. We'll see about that. All right. So I'm gonna keep my tool like that, and after work tomorrow, we'll shut it down. All right. Stick around. All right, folks. Cheers. Good day, gentlemen and ladies. Today we're Friday, the 3rd of May. So definitely the RTV, the silicone gasket, the liquid gasket maker, they had definitely more than 24. I mean, I've done that on Sunday, so that's 5 days of curing time. So now what I'm going to do is, since I dump almost $80, well, probably $60 of hydraulic fluid. This is the two hydraulic fluid that I'm going to install. It's it's almost 5 liters. It's 4.73 liters or 5 quart of hydraulic. It's especially made for tractor. So I'm going to install that. And well, not install that. I'm gonna dump that in the hydraulic tank of the, well, it's inside the HST transmission. I'm gonna use a funnel to install that in there because I'm definitely lower than that. So let's do that. So please stick around, okay? All right, just a trick like this. That's what I bought. It's a funnel for automatic transmission. So I just put it between the support here, the third point, the rear point attachment between the two steel plate, and that right into the hole, and that's how I hold it, okay? And while I'm filling it, I can see under between the two plates of the backhoe, just hold on. Between the two plates of the backhoe, the lower part and the upper part, I can see the level of hydraulic transmission right in there, okay, with the flashlight, okay? So I'm just gonna do that. Jeez, that's a strong one, okay. Looks like motor oil, but it is not. So I'm gonna replenish it, so stick around. All right, so be very careful. The glass side is very tough to see when you have the backhoe, and use a little bit more than 4.75 liters or 5 quart of hydraulic oil that I dump on the ground. So right now I have a little bit too full, but I will fix that later on. So be very careful, because the side, when the liquid is there, when it's not there, it's very tough to see the difference. So my main concern right now is I'm gonna clean the tools, put the tools away, and look for any hydraulic oil from the rear of the control valve, okay? Stick around. All right, so I'm going to put the camera in. Somehow you'll be able to see the leak. If a leak occur, I hope not. I'm gonna start the tractor. So let's put the camera in place.
You will be able to see if a leak occur.
Yeah. All right. So let's start that.
All right, so I'm right there looking at the cover. Everything seems to be good so far. Yeah. Both hoses are connected. Yes. So I'm just gonna activate the cylinder in up position without banging my head. Up, down. All right. So far, so good. All right. It's tough for you to see, guys, but I got no hydraulic leak anymore.
So it's a pass. I'm very happy about that. Like I said, it's about it cost me $100 for the cover, and I had now a new valve. No, it's not $80 worth of hydraulic. It's 45 roughly. So I've got a spare can. It's very sad because I overfill it, And I didn't have to, because it's very tough to see the side glass, the rear glass, between when it's filled and when it's not. So I may end up doing emptying the hydraulic fluid, but before that I will clean my mess definitely, and I'm gonna put the backhoe there. Yeah, so I hope it's a good lesson learned for that. Do your visual inspection, remove this panel here over your backhoe. It's only 4 screws, 2 in the front, 2 in the rear, and check. I'm gonna show you that in detail. Every single undercover right under here. It's tough to see, all right, especially the long piston. It's the equivalent of your of the hydraulic here, and this is the thing who broke. I'm pointing at. It's gonna be tough to see, but with my glove. But this is the one you need to look, and the short one too. So do take particularly attention at that cover, because that's where the oil all dropped. Okay, the reason why it did drop is probably because the screw has been broken. The cover was holding by only 1 screw with the movement from up to up, especially with that you know, when it's still like this, the mechanism, and that's probably pushing, and that's where the oil dumped. So lesson learned on that. Sorry about the sun right in front of you lens. But now what I will do is just disconnect the backhoe, and I might disconnect the backhoe. Yes, I have to. I'm gonna connect my trailer for free firewood. Not now, but another time. But right, so please do stick around. I'm just gonna go inside my garage, it's easier. All right, so like I told you, for hydraulic system, you better go with a specialty hydraulic shop or rebuild pump, hydraulic valve, and that way the dealer, yes, they'll know the tractor, but about the hydraulic system, unless it's an internal pump, hydraulic pump from the tractor, if it's like an implement, like the backhoe, or even the FEL, forward and front end loader, I recommend that you go see an hydraulic shop first. It will be, they're the expert on hydraulic system. It's like an engine. I'm not gonna see the Mahindra dealer if it's a Yanmar engine. I'm gonna see the Yanmar engine, local engine specialist. Definitely, that's my best advice. Yes, go see your tractor dealer, but don't strike a deal. Go see the specialist. All right, so I hope you like my video. Very instructive. Jeez, I just realized I'm not too lucky this spring. I mean, the the valve, not the valve, the engine oil cover on my Toyota. Then on the John Deere, everything went well on the John Deere. Now this on the tractor, I guess I should be good. And as you see, I already start to do some free firewood, and you can see my pile there. I have another trailer from that outstanding gentleman, and I have to bring some bush pile at the recycle center. But I mean, wow, I have plenty of firewood. Now for the wood stove firewood saga, everything is done. I will make an informative video. It pays to make video on YouTube. Everything that I made on concerning my chimney, my wood stove. That inspector was not the great one. He came on my land without permission. Then he knocked on my door. I said, "You want to see my garage, or you want to take pictures?" I already went. Oh boy! And then, without telling me about my rain gutter, was not 5 feet from the. I was already planning. That's why my backhoe was installed. Anyway, it pays to make video, because I show the proof. There's no problem. So it's official now. And you know what I'm gonna do in September, maybe October, when I restart my firewood stove? I'm gonna challenge them again. Hey, okay, is it am I covered? Like, they send me a letter. I put that in my memory stick inside my computer and my memory drive, saying yes, you are definitely covered with us with the fire chimney and the firewood. They saw me. I even sent the video about when I was cleaning my chimney. All right, so again, thank you regularly for your standing support, comment, and remember, despite of everything that happened to me last month on the Toyota, the Eclipse, I mean, it's mechanical. I did it myself, fixing everything, and I'm gonna get that welded the bolt cover on the old pan with a special TIG welder. Life is good. All right, that's what I'm telling you. Remember, folks, life is good. And definitely nice weekend in advance. We're Friday evening, it's 4 o'clock, nice and warm now. Look at me, it's it must be around 18 degrees Celsius. So I'm just gonna clean my garage, nice and quiet. Tonight I'm gonna study and get ready for my course tomorrow, and everything should fly away like very nice weekend. All right, so please, again, thank you very kindly, gentlemen and ladies. And yes, I have a new haircut, and I shave myself now. I mean, I need to promote myself more on the market of the ladies. A beard is better during the winter, but anyway. All right, just kidding. All right, so again, take care of yourself, and see you in my next video. All right, cheers. I made a video when the control was staying like this, and then when it was at the end, click, it did that. Like this, it's okay. I have the neutral here, like I have the neutral like this, that's okay. But I had able to do that, and it was going up, and when it was hit, it was coming back. Well, what I'm suspecting is the cover was keeping, since it was on the tight, it was keeping in under pressure. So if I'm gonna admin that change the video title, or probably just, no, I'm gonna keep it, but put a big warning on it saying if your control do that, there's something wrong, please do inspect your cover because something is coming up. And that was last spring, I believe I did that video. So now it's went back outstandingly, like it's brand new. So I'm very happy to about that. So remember, I'm gonna put that video link saying that if that happened, look under, because the cover it's either in the way to disconnect or something is broken. Change it before something happens, because you can still see the oil that I dropped, and that's roughly 5 quart of oil. It's very expensive, so like I say, roughly 45 Canadian dollar. All right, that's enough. Cheers.